I'm Melissa, and I am starting a business called Pointer Pastures. So I wanted to get a YouTube channel going, start kind of building a little bit of who we are and what we're doing here at our property. And so just to give you a little insight into who we are, I'm Melissa, my husband's name is Peter, and we moved to Jefferson, Ohio, almost a year ago now. So we moved end of last April. So it's been almost a year. We moved to a property that has almost 50 acres. You can see a little bit in the background. This little barn was here whenever we moved in. We actually put metal siding on the front of it this past year, put some concrete in there. It was basically open front, and we think probably used for cattle, and just had some dirt floors. It was in real rough shape. The groundhogs had taken over. So that was here when we moved here, but the rest was just all farmland in the back. And you can kind of see over across there, that's also a piece of our property. And then it heads all the way back into the woods. We have about 18 acres of wooded property back there, and then we'll get to check out the front later.
So this is the front of our property, walking out from the house towards the road. So we put in this pond as we were moving. There was kind of a little retention area there just from the farmland. So we expanded it. We have about an acre pond there. There's an old riding arena up front that we're hoping to do some things with. And then here's where our house is. Just to give you a quick little view of what we're working with, the neighbors are over there to the left, right there, and then we have our neighbors across the street, but otherwise we just have farm fields.
Kind of what our space looked like, and we built our home on it. So we decided that we wanted to do a lot with our property. We wanted to work towards kind of homesteading goals, and so far haven't made it super far in that goal. We have chickens, and that's about it, but we also have dogs, which we love. So we have 5 dogs, and we are hoping to really get into working with our German Shorthaired Pointers more. And so they've been really exciting to work with and experience. And so we're hoping to breed German Shorthaired Pointers. And so that's where our name Pointer Pastures is coming from. We do want to do other things too, like I said, homestead type things. We want to be able to produce chicken, eggs, things like that for people. And just kind of expand our livestock and everything too. But at this point, we're really trying to pursue looking at our German Shorthaired Pointers. We're looking at building a nice big building for some of our dogs to be housed in whenever we're whelping, things like that. And so we wanted a space to kind of share that journey with everybody, and also a space to kind of show off our pups a little bit. So basically this channel is going to be a combination of those things. So we'll have a lot about the GSPs, a little bit about breeding, kind of our journey through that, because this is going to be the first dog that we've bred too. So Blue is our oldest German Shorthaired Pointer. She's coming up on 2 years here in a couple months. So we're gonna get hip testing done, things like that. Be able to bring everybody along for that journey, what it looks like, get to see the whole process, and hopefully see her be able to be our first breeding dog. And so we hope to make that a big focus. We also, like I said, will probably post like some homesteading things, not to be, something for you to learn from, but probably to learn from our mistakes and see kind of how we do things. And then also just like general home decor, homemaking kind of things that I like to do, especially around the holidays. I'm really big into decorating for the holidays. So probably things like that I'll post as we go too. So that's kind of what to expect. If that sounds interesting to you, like, subscribe, all the things, because we'd love to see you back. And so let's kind of get into an introduction on our pups, I guess. So right now we have 5 dogs. We actually have a 6th on her way next weekend. So we're getting a brand new little pupper, another German Shorthaired Pointer. And so she's gonna be our exciting new little one. Our youngest right now is 8 months old. We'll get to him in a second, but so this is kind of the closest together we've ever had pups. So it will definitely be a bit of an adventure, but we have 5 dogs. Our first dog was a rescue. We got him actually way back in 2015. So he's coming up on 9 years old now. So we adopted him as a little puppy. I had no idea what he was. He was just a little peanut at the time. And so when we got him, we just, went to an animal rescue $100, got this puppy. We were still in college in a tiny little 1-bedroom apartment. Didn't really know what we were doing other than the fact that we loved dogs and had dogs growing up. So he was our first adventure into the world of our own personal dogs that were not, with other adults in the house. And so he had a lot of fun things like ear infections, kennel cough, like all the gambit we kind of went through with him. And so we had a great introduction into what to expect from a puppy when we got him. And so I'll put up his embark report. We finally, a couple years ago, decided to get the DNA test done. And so that was really exciting to see. So I'll throw that up. We can look at kind of what those percentages are and what that looks like.
All right, so this is Banner's breakdown from his DNA test. So again, we didn't really know what Banner's breeds were going to be, so this was all kind of a surprise to us. People had said maybe he had some Rottweiler in him just because it was marking. But obviously, based on the percentages that are up here, he does not have any Rottweiler in him. So his biggest percentage is Pit Bull, which makes a lot of sense based on his body structure, his jaw, that sort of thing. A lot of those features we now notice, now that we know. The Beagle is the next highest percent, which also makes sense based on the way he gets onto a scent outside. He's definitely one to run away smelling something. He's a barker. So a lot of those things kind of came together. But the cattle dog, the boxer, the Australian Shepherd, and German Shepherd, all very random, and they were all very surprising. So it's really cool to see all the little things that mix up together to make a Banner.
Is definitely our most food motivated dog, like by far. He loves everything, and for that reason he did get really overweight for a little while, and so we now have him slim and trim, and he is so excited and running around, and he acts like a puppy again. It's so cool to see just the transformation from that, but does not change that he is highly food motivated. So he loves everything, every food, meats, cheeses, not so much vegetables, but definitely tacos, pizza, Arby's. Arby's was kind of one of our downfalls back again when we were in college, and so Banner would always get a couple bites of everything we had, and that's kind of how we led to our health problem. But now he's doing really good. He still loves a little nibble of things here and there, but those are some of his favorites. He also really loves, I don't know if you've ever seen the little hedgie squeaky toys. We call them hedgies. They're little tiny hedgehogs. He absolutely adores those for some reason. He loves all the hide and seek toys with the little ones that go into the bigger pieces and you have to pull them out. Loves those. He also loves anything pretty much with a squeaker or with stuffing in it because he loves to tear it up. So therefore those don't survive very long in our house, but he does love those a lot. And then he also just loves TV. He loves TV time. He's our dog that constantly watches the TV. To the point where it becomes too much sometimes because he is obsessed with every animal that comes on the TV. He will hear the slightest call or jingle on TV and know that a dog is about to be on the television screen. So he loves watching TV. He loves barking. He's definitely our barker, which once we read the embark report and saw, some of the breeds that were in there, it made some sense. And he also just loves going for walks, going for hikes, things like that. So those are some of his favorites. Some of the things that he dislikes, some of the things that he would hate. He definitely does not like I said, animals on TV, even cartoon animals. It's the strangest things, like the Gecko Geico, or trying to watch something like a Disney movie that has cartoon animals in it. He's not about that at all. He will bark the entire time. He is not super keen on the other puppies like wrestling around him. Every so often he wants to get in on it, but for the most part he's like, no, thank you. And pretty much any type of like fruit, vegetable, things like that, if you think it's healthy, it's probably not his favorite. Anything that's like carbs, meats, cheeses, that's his game. So those are kind of the things that he likes and dislikes. And then I figured, I would just give you what our favorite things are about Banner. So like for me, my favorite thing is he is just like my little snuggle buddy. He's the sweetest boy. He will just lounge around with me all day. And for example, he's right here. Hey, buddy. You're just so happy hanging out on the dog bed. You did the happy boy. Yeah, I know you're the happy boy, huh?
And then my husband's thing kind of goes right along with that. His favorite thing about Banner is just the way he loves to lay on piles of blankets. So every time we get blankets out, he decides that that's going to be his bed for the day. So that kind of sums up Banner in a nutshell. And our next dog that we got is Thor. So Thor is our Great Pyrenees. He is 6 years, almost 7 years old. In just a few days, he's going to be 7 years old. And so we got this big fluff ball back in the summer of 2017. So we had just moved into our new house. We had this tiny yard and no fence and very close neighbors. And we did not really know what we were getting in for with a Great Pyrenees. So we love him dearly, we do, but he is definitely very true to his breed. He is a barker. He is a guardian dog at heart, which is what he was bred for. He loves his people. He loves to just get pets and lay around all day. And he is just the funniest pup because he thinks he is so small and wants to climb on laps and climb on the couch and snuggle with everybody, but at the same time he thinks he's so big when he needs to fit in through doorways or walk past things, and he's always trying to scurry past and is worried about it. So basically, I'm just going to give you a few of his favorites. So he loves eggplant, butternut squash. Those are his absolute favorite vegetables. He really likes apples. He loves meats and cheeses, pretty much of all kinds, but definitely pepperoni. He loves pizza, always wants to have a bite of pizza or pizza crust, and he loves pretty much all fruits. He also, oddly enough, really likes hot sauce. He used to sneak in Taco Bell bags just to take the hot sauces out. He's not really a toy kind of dog. He's not into toys very much. Occasionally he'll play with a rope a little bit or chew on a stuffy, something like that, but he's not big into toys. What he does love, though, is being outside, hiking, barking at pretty much everything, and just standing in water. He's not much of a swimmer. He'll try occasionally, but for the most part, he really just wants to wade in the water or lay in the water. He loves the water. And then he also, of course, loves the snow. So he loves pretty much being outside in any and all weather environments, and so he just really likes getting to be outside in the weather and to be getting pets all the time. Now on to things that Thor hates. He hates the GSPs tugging on him. So all of our pointers love to just be on top of Thor, pulling on his ears, tugging on his face, just love licking him all over. And so he's not a big fan. I mean, he tolerates it, but he sits there and growls a little bit and doesn't love it very much. He doesn't love other dogs that aren't in our family, so he likes all of his siblings, obviously, but outside of that, he likes to bark and growl and get a little crazy around other dogs. He doesn't like Honeycrisp apples, so he loves apples so much, but Honeycrisp specifically, he will not eat or will not touch. And then he also just doesn't like being told what to do. Like we said, he is a very stubborn breed, and that is very true to Great Pyrenees, but he definitely is very stubborn, doesn't want to be told what to do. He doesn't like being blown on. He loves to be outside in the wind, but if you blow any little bit on him, he has a cow. He definitely doesn't like the Roomba. For some reason, he does not trust the Roomba, so we named her Hela after, Hela from Thor Ragnarok. So she kind of torments him, and he's not a fan. He also does not like getting his nails trimmed or being ignored. Like I said, he is very needy in terms of wanting petted, and he just loves having his people's attention. So those are some of the things that Thor hates. And then just a couple things that we love about Thor. So my favorite thing about Thor is that he loves attention. It can be troublesome, but also it's just amazing. He's such a big ball of fluff, and he just loves people and just loves being around his people. So I love that about him. What my husband Peter loves about Thor is basically just that he has that high tolerance for puppies. So every time we bring a new puppy into the home, he tends to be one that's pretty chill around them. They always are obsessed with him, want to climb all over him, and he just kind of lets it happen. My husband also loves that he likes to greet you at the door. So he's always one to jump up, come running, check you out, and want to get all the love when you come home. So that is our Thor in a nutshell. And up next is Valkyrie. So Valkyrie was our third pup that we added to the mix. She was a rescue. We got her, and we think she was about a year old based on her teeth and that sort of thing. That was about the gauge they were able to give us. So they don't really know that much about her, just that they found her as a stray. And so based on that timeline, she's a little over 5 years old. We got her back in October of 2019, and we adopted her, like I said, from a local just dog warden. We actually didn't go there to get her, but all of our dogs that we had at the time, so Banner and Thor, they just absolutely fell in love with her. So we took them to meet a couple other dogs. They weren't fans, and then Valkyrie came out, and they were just all over her. They thought she was the best. So we brought her home, and she is just the sweetest girl. So I'm going to put up her embark because we did actually get her DNA tested this past Christmas as a little Christmas gift. So here is what her DNA sample looked like. So when we got her, they basically just told us they thought she was some type of collie mix. And so we have just basically gone on that. But oddly enough, she is 31.7% American Eskimo dog. So that was a real twist because she definitely doesn't look like that breed when you look at her. There's a few features that kind of make sense and stand out. And I feel like it goes with her barking a little bit if we think about that, along with our 22.9% Beagle. So basically nothing that we thought was in her is what she is. Then she has this chunk of pit bull, which again, none of these match her actual body shape or structure or personality for that matter, really. But it's really interesting. And then she has that 13.9% super mutt, which they say basically there's no straight DNA profile for that. So they just know it's a big mix of things. And then the weirdest are these two little ones at the end. So 9% German Shepherd and 8% Rottweiler. This little tiny pupper has German Shepherd and Rottweiler in her. So we thought it was really interesting to get to see those mixes because, again, none of them seemed like they would have been her. But I guess apparently all those things together gets our beautiful little Valkyrie. So then just a few things about her. I mean, honestly, she is the sweetest dog you will ever meet. She's terrified of new things. We don't really know what happened in the time that she was a stray, but she's really scared of new people, really scared of new animals. She's very skittish. I mean, she is out of her shell at home. She is wild and crazy and full of energy, but you take her out to new places or have new people come in, and she does get very scared again, very skittish, barking a lot. But we love her so much. She loves her people. She's so sweet, the sweetest girl. And just to give you a few of her favorites, she absolutely adores eggs. She loves meats and green beans. She loves getting to sit and eat popcorn and watch movies. She loves getting to run around outside, chase birds. She really loves Peter. She loves my husband so much. He's definitely her favorite. And so she just loves snuggling up with him. She really likes going upstairs under his desk and just crawling up with him. She, like I said, is definitely a lover. So she loves crawling into your mouth. She loves giving hugs. It's the sweetest thing. She actually climbs up you and wraps her paws around your hips and holds on and just wants to get those hugs. And then she just loves being held by her daddy and going for hikes and walks. She's not a toy kind of dog. She really just likes getting to roll around, get pets, and just get to be outside and running around. Thing she doesn't like is being in trouble. Like I said, she definitely has some kind of trauma in her past. So even if you raise your voice a little bit, she gets sad and scared. And so she definitely doesn't like being in trouble or doing the wrong thing. She doesn't like when the other dogs start roughhousing. So she starts barking and gets really worked up and nervous about it when the other dogs start roughhousing a little bit, except if she's involved. If she's involved, she's fine. But if the other ones are doing it, then she's not so happy. Like I said before, she really isn't into new people or places, and she doesn't like scary movies like the ominous music, and horses, oddly enough, is a very specific thing that comes on the screen, and she's like, absolutely not. So she watches the screen for horses, other dogs, cats, things like that, just like Banner does, and is not very happy about them. And then she also just doesn't like not getting loved. Like I said, she is a lover. She wants to be snuggled up with you. She wants to be given loving and kisses and hugs. And so she doesn't like when she doesn't get that love. So my favorite thing about Valkyrie like I said, she is just super sweet. She loves so hard, and it's just the best to get a nice hug from her when you come home. And then obviously, like I said, she's a daddy's girl. So Peter's favorite thing about her is that she is just glued to him. She is definitely his dog in comparison to all of our others, and she just loves him the most. So he's definitely got a favorite in her, and she's got a favorite in him. So that sums up our Valkyrie in a nutshell. And so we're going to go on to our next dog. So our fourth dog that we got is Blue. So Blue was our first German Shorthaired Pointer, so she was our introduction to the breed, and we love her so much. So we fell in love with the breed through her. She is getting close to 2 years old now. In May, she'll be 2 years old, and she is just a ball of energy. She's so fun. She's so bright. She is just so exciting to be around, and it's so cool to see her breed just come alive through her. And it's funny, each German Shorthaired Pointer that we get, we notice more of the breed traits, because as you've seen, everybody else that we've had so far is just kind of a mix. And so we've never really had the same breed over and over again to get to see those similarities come out. And so it's so cool to see some of the similarities, but then also some of the differences that come out between the different dog personalities. But anyway, so this is Blue. Blue is, she's my baby. Where Valkyrie's his, Blue is definitely mine. We got her in July of 2022, and we got her right in the middle of our camping season, so that was a little bit of an adventure, trying to take 4 dogs camping. After that, we kind of decided that wasn't going to be our best plan of action, just because it was too many dogs to fit into our camper. It was a lot to manage to take them out, to take them on walks. Having 4 dogs and 2 people, the math just didn't really add up very well. So we decided that we were going to kind of close our camping journey and focus on our dogs. And so Blue was our segue into having too many dogs for 2 people. So basically, to give you a little bit about Blue, she also loves eggs, just like Valkyrie. That is definitely her thing. She loves chicken. She loves popcorn, peanut butter. She has a lot of favorite toys. So she has a chameleon from one of the Bark Boxes, Super Chewers. So it's basically this rock hard chameleon, but she loves it. She loves any tiny toy, like the tiny Kong balls, the tiny little stuffies. She loves rope. She loves playing tug of war. She definitely loves her birds and pigeons. She loves getting to go out and feed the birds. She loves being able to go out when I go out to feed the chickens, to feed the pigeons, to feed the quail. She always wants to be there. She is definitely a snuggler, so she loves being right on my leg, snuggling up, and being under the blanket. So she is one of those GSPs that feels the need to bury herself under the blanket, and she is not satisfied until she's made her way under there. She loves running through our fields. She loves going in the woods, getting to explore. She loves getting to hold basically anything that will fit in her mouth. She loves to carry around. She especially loves slippers and toys and things that she knows she's not supposed to have that are your things, like shoes. She loves just carrying them. She also absolutely loves just getting to spend time out at the pond. Last summer, she learned how to swim, and so she really likes getting to go out there, splash around, do some retrieves in the water, and those are just a few things that she really enjoys getting to do. In terms of things that she hates, she definitely hates anybody intruding on her snuggles. So like I said, she is a snuggler. She's a mama's girl. So if any of the other dogs come on up while she's tucked under the blankets, she is not very happy about it. She also does not love when other dogs play without her. So she thinks that the puppy is hers. She thinks everyone should want to play with her all the time and they shouldn't want to play with each other. So she definitely wants all of the attention. She doesn't really like other dogs just getting to get the attention in general. So if other dogs are getting pets, she wants to come over and be like, wait a minute, don't forget me, pet me, love me. And she also just doesn't like getting left behind. So like I said, she really likes when we go outside, she likes getting to come with us and to work on whatever we're doing. Anything we're working on the property, she wants to be there and involved. So when she gets left behind in the house, she does get a little bit upset. I mean, she does fine inside, but she's not real happy with you. And then she's jumping around wanting to go with you. So those are some of the things that she's not a big fan of. So my favorite thing about Blue is hard to choose. I know I said she's my favorite and Peter yells at me for picking favorites, but I love her so much. But definitely my favorite thing about her is just that She is my best bud. She is just always with me. She's the dog that I can always count on wanting to spend time with me. She loves just snuggling up and being my friend, and she's just so smart. I love the way that she just picks up on new things. She's so eager to learn, so eager to work, and so she's just an all-around great dog. My husband's favorite thing about her, he said that he just loves how hard she snuggles. Like I said, she will get under those blankets and be all up on you, and she wants to have the closest and toastiest snuggle all night long. So that is our Blue in a nutshell. And our last pupper that we've gotten is Quill. So Quill is number 5. He was our next GSP that we got, and we just got him in July of 2023. So like I said, we fell in love with the breed with Blue. We decided, hey, we think we probably want to breed GSPs. We think they're amazing. Let's get another one, see how it goes, see what he's like. And so we got Quill. And we, again, love him. We love the breed. All of those things that ring true for Blue ring true for him. So smart, so sweet, great family dog, great energy, really eager to learn, do new things, explore. So all of those traits that we really look for in a dog, we get to see in him. So Quill is about 9-10 months old now, and he is just loving being a part of the family. He is definitely a dog who loves being around other dogs. He loves being around people, and he just loves getting to be a part of everything. He wants to be involved in everything. He wants to get into everything still, and he is definitely a dog who just wants to be doing something all the time. So some of his favorite things, he absolutely loves all food. And he just loves to carry things around just like Blue. He wants to hold on to everything. He wants to carry it. Doesn't matter what it is. He'll take oven mitts. He'll take the toilet paper rolls off the toilet paper roll holder. He will take literally anything that will fit in his mouth. And he's not going to chew it up. He's not going to tear it up. He just likes to carry it. And it's super sweet. And he's getting really good now at bringing it back to you after he decides to take it. He loves playing fetch. He loves his toys. He loves that chameleon that Blue loves. He really likes his guinea pig. So his guinea pig stuffed animal was his favorite. They had him at PetSmart during Christmas time, and we got him 2, and unfortunately both guineas have now passed, and he misses them dearly. They were absolutely his favorite toy. He loves birds, especially our pigeons. He loves when we get the pigeons out for training. He loves playing with stuffed animals. He loves playing just running through the fields. He loves going in the woods. He likes playing by the pond. He's not a swimmer yet. We're hoping to get more on that this summer, and we're trying to get him used to the water more, doing some retrieves in the water. But he is definitely getting better. He really likes going out there and playing at the pond, running around, chasing things, and just wrestling and playing with all the other dogs. Probably his absolute most favorite thing, though, is birds. Like I said, he loves the pigeons, he loves the chickens, he loves the quail, but he is just a bird crazy dog, that is for sure. So you can definitely see his bird drive. He has an even higher bird drive than Blue does, and he is very energized to do anything related to retrieving. So you can just see that energy. He is going to be such a good hunter once we get him out in the field. So we're really excited to see that develop this year as we get more progress with him. And then some things that he hates. He hates when you go on the four-wheeler without him. He wants to run around. He wants to chase after the four-wheeler. He loves getting to run with the four-wheeler. When he was a baby, he used to ride on the four-wheeler with us. So as soon as he hears that start up, he wants to be out there with you. He hates when there is no room for him to fit in a snuggle. He wants to be involved in the snuggles with Blue too, and so he doesn't like when he can't fit. He is also not a fan of when no one wants to play with him. So he thinks that everybody should want to play with him all the time. So he does not love when he goes to each of the dogs and no one wants to play. Last but not least, he is not a fan of shut doors. So he wants to be wherever everybody else is, wherever the other dogs are. So if there's a shut door, he is going to cry and whine and whack at it. Again, he's still a baby, and so for right now, he is not happy when a door is shut. So those are just a few of the things that he is not fond of. And just to give you our last couple things that we love about our Quill boy, we love that he is just such a lover. Quill loves everyone, and that means people, that means dogs, and he's always willing to just be wagging that little butt no matter what's going on. He has the wiggliest little butt, and he's just such a happy boy. He's just genuinely such a happy dog, and so that is my favorite thing about him. For Peter, kind of similarly, he just loves his wiggle butt. He's always so excited, and he also is in this phase where he thinks he needs to like bite onto your hand, not aggressively, but like to hold your hand and take you places. And so Peter really likes it when he comes in, he grabs onto his hand and holds him and wants to drag him around and just show him off to everybody else like he didn't know that he was coming home. So it's really sweet. And that is our Quill Boy in a nutshell. All right, so that's all 5 of our pups. I know we didn't give you a lot on them yet, but you'll definitely see them more on our channel as you get to know us. And if you had a favorite, definitely put it down in the comments below. Let us know who your favorite is so far and tell us why. Give them a little shout out, and we would love to see you in the next video. And hopefully next time we'll be talking about some puppy prep, things that we do to get ready for a new puppy, and then also some videos of the puppy once she comes home. So have a good day.